Hello and welcome everyone. This evening, a breaking transfer news episode. We're reacting to a great article that Sam has just exclusively broke this evening. You're probably watching this on Wednesday morning, but if you are watching on Wednesday morning or if you're watching tonight, make sure you do drop a like on the video. A massive thank you for everyone for the great continued support. But Sam's released an absolute cracker this evening. And as we've seen from Sam McGuire already over the last couple of months, he exclusively broke about the Darwin Nunez bid. That was obviously the 70 odd million verbal bid that got submitted from the Saudi Pro League. But this evening, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, Darwin Nunez looks like he's going to be playing a very important potential role in a deal for the Argentinian striker Julian Alvarez if Liverpool can get a deal over the line in the coming weeks. Reds, he's the top name on a lot of Liverpool fans' list in terms of Liverpool's attacking forwards. But Reds, let us know if you are watching on the repeat or if you are watching live as well. We'll try and get through every single one of your comments, but keep on getting if you can support through Super Chats, absolute legends. But if you are new to Anfield Index, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Plenty of content to come at the end of the season as well, but it's coming thick and fast. And yeah, we'll get straight into it as well, really, Reds. But yeah, Julian Alvarez, a player, is hugely decorated. Already got 15 goals, 2 assists in La Liga this season, 7 goals, 1 assist in the Champions League. We'll go through the data and all that, but firstly, most importantly, we'll get straight into the thick of it in regards to the article this evening as well. As we always say, do implore, head over to the article, get involved with Sam's article and to read it into more in-depth analysis as well. But we've got the crux of it really this evening. And Sam McGuire spoke about this evening. Darwin Nunez could play a pivotal role, as we just said at the top of the show. But it's looking like it's understood from the Anfield Watch, now understands that the former Benfica man could be sold for as little as £35 million this summer to Atletico Madrid. However, are the only team that have access to Atletico Madrid, are the only team currently that have access to that valuation of Darwin Nunez, of the valuation of £35 million. So they're the only team. From Sam is reporting this evening saying that Atletico only have access, and this is where it ties into Julian Alvarez. So, as revealed in March, Diego Simeone is a huge fan. That was revealed from Sam McGuire as well. He's a huge fan of Darwin Nunez. 35 international caps, the Uruguayan, and he's meant to be and the former Manchester City forward is viewed as someone who could be the perfect fit for Arne Slot. He's a facilitator as well. So, yeah, we all know Julian Alvarez. His exploits are well-renowned. I think he played a pivotal role, as we all know, watching Argentina get all the way to the final in Qatar, helping them get over the line. I think it's just plays, just when we've analysed Alexis McAllister this season, you have to have a certain type of mentality to get Argentina a World Cup. You know, the exploits from Brazil and Argentina, two of the most biggest international teams in world football. If you can do it on the international stage for Argentina, especially in World Cup finals, yeah, I think you'll be sound, especially, and we've seen that already this season from Alexis McAllister, but certainly Julian Alvarez. I think he's got better since he's left the Premier League, but even in the Premier League, it wasn't a case that he wasn't good enough. He had too many players in front of him, and Pep Guardiola liked to play him off the wing, play him through the middle as well. But yeah, it's going to be one of them. So Reds, let me know your thoughts in this regard. So yeah. But it's being reported from Sam this evening as well. Liverpool are prepared to be flexible with Darwin Nunez if it gives them favourable terms to bring in Alvarez back to the Premier League. So that's interesting, very interesting as well. And he goes on to add, Sam McGuire this evening, as showed with he obviously linked it back to Julian Alvarez and obviously the Conor Gallagher last summer, obviously indicated that the Spanish club are open to clever negotiations. And you've done that in the past with those two players that we've mentioned as well. But as we know, Sam McGuire goes on to add the background and all the details currently in the Spanish media and everything, and from Alvarez's camp is the reports are saying that he's happy in the Spanish capital, but if there's any other club that could tempt him to leave after just 12 months, it could certainly be Liverpool. So that is very, very positive, Reds, in that regard. But a massive important thing that Sam does reveal this evening in his article is Liverpool have kind of a little hand up here, really. The Reds have 3 trump cards up the sleeve, really. And that is a player we've just mentioned there in the form of Alexis McAllister, Gonzalo Sigrist, and Fernando Triani as well. The Argentina striker has a good relationship with the latter two, both obviously South American scouts for Liverpool, whilst he's good friends with his international teammate Alexis McAllister as well. And it's believed the 25-year-old also feels that he has unfinished business in the Premier League. Julian Alvarez, having always been scouted, so in regards to obviously Erling Haaland, but yeah, he's a top talent, Reds. We don't need to, we all know, but certainly I'll tell you, Sam's spot on, and obviously what he said a couple of months ago as well in regards to being one of the first people to speak about the verbal bid from Saudi Arabia in regards to Darwin Nunez. We know Darwin, and I tell you, I'm excited reading this, Reds, even in all honesty. If Liverpool, and you see this in the modern era, especially over the last 20, 30 years, there's been brinkmanship between football clubs as well. And as Sam alluded to in his article, Diego Simeone, a massive admirer of Darwin Nunez, and we can lean into that very much so. That would be a massive ploy, really, and something up our sleeve, a card up our sleeve, really, that we can certainly execute in this deal. But for Reds, let me know your thoughts. If you are watching live, you're watching on the repeat, let us know your thoughts in that regard as well. But yeah, it's going to be interesting where Darwin Nunez does end up. It potentially, by the looks of it this evening, as Sam's alluding to, potentially looking like Atletico Madrid. I think that would suit all camps, really. It'd suit Liverpool. Darwin Nunez, obviously the native language he speaks as well, would settle in a lot more better. In Spain, obviously, formerly already has played in Spain anyway in his latter stages, and I think it was at the younger years as well. Darwin Nunez was second tier, or he previously played before he got the move to, of course, to Benfica anyway. So he's acclimatized. He knows the league. He knows, obviously, the tiers of the Spanish football as well. So, yeah, I think it would be good for Nunez. I think he'd do really well, and especially going to Atletico Madrid, a club that is under Diego Simeone. He's come on leaps and bounds since he's become the manager anyway, the taskmaster that he is. But Reds, let us know your thoughts. So we'll quickly delve into a little bit of the data as well. But yeah, big up there, chat as well. Keep on getting your comments. Most importantly, if you are watching on repeat, do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. But we'll have a little delve into, statistically speaking, in regards to Julian Alvarez's data, really, this season. Maybe 1 second there, chat. Make sure to zoom in so you can see it. Oh, is that zooming in? There we go. There you go. Too much there. Well, as you can see there, Reds. There's no if you can't. But yeah, Julian Alvarez, obviously, he's only just turned 25 years old. So if you were to bring him into Liverpool, you're getting what? Maximum, possibly, even like 7 great years anyway. It'd come on a big deal. We've already alluded to his record already this season in the 24-25 season. 34 matches played, over 2,000 minutes in La Liga, scoring 15 goals, 2 assists already this year, 7 goals in the Champions League, 1 goal, 1 assist, as well. And then when you look at very much, this is obviously anyone listening this evening as well, we are looking on FB Ref. And this is where Dave spoke about, everyone spoke on Anfield Index across all the pods when we've all analysed Liverpool potential forwards. Every Liverpool fan, whenever they've done pods as well, it's that type of profile. And Julian Alvarez, certainly, as Sam's alluded to already in his article this evening, he's the perfect profile, really, for a player to come into Liverpool. I think since Bobby Firmino has left, there's not many Bobby Firminos out there on the market. If there was, then fantastic, beautiful. But as we've seen with stylistically, I feel, and I think a lot of Reds out there, and hopefully the scouts for Liverpool are analysing Alvarez. If he was to come into Liverpool, I think he'd settle really well. He'd offer a lot of balance amongst Liverpool's potential attack as well. He'd bring out the best in, obviously, Mohamed Salah off the right, and Cody Gakpo would deal really well. I think Gakpo's game would certainly elevate if Alvarez was to come through the middle. And we know Alvarez's time at River Plate as well, in terms of playing out wide in Argentina anyway, as he did prior to his move to, of course, the Premier League in Manchester City, who brought him in for an absolute steal at that time, and even still 70 million for Alvarez at this moment, or in and around that ballpark or whatnot. If we can bring him in, and then adding Darwin Nunez's value to that deal makes it just that more cheaper, really, in that regard. But as you can see here, Reds, you look what Alvarez's best abilities are in terms of passes attempted. Very good in the build-up play. Obviously, ranks in the 94th percentile in terms of European in the top 5 leagues. Obviously, the Premier League, the La Liga, and the other, the score really top leagues that registered around Europe. And then progressive passes. We know, especially if you are playing in the Diego Simeone system, big emphasis, obviously, the 2 substitutions are Soloff and Correa that do come on late for Diego Simeone back in his time at La Liga this season. But obviously, the forward 2 this season, majority of the time, has been Antonio Griezmann and, of course, Julian Alvarez as well. So he does well in a 2, but certainly Alvarez can do really well in a free-prone attacking team as well, and I think that would really do really well with Liverpool. And as you can see there, progressive passes, progressive carries, we've seen that in the World Cup, linking up really well with McAllister and Lionel Messi as well. But yeah, progressive carries, 91 percentile. And this is where Sam did allude to in regards to potentially getting a new Bobby Firmino type style player, and he's spot on there, Sam. You look at his tackles for a striker. Some people might analyse this and go, oh, but it's been the hallmark of every great Liverpool forward, especially over the last 10 years as well. You have to work hard. Nunez, he was questioned by obviously Arne Slot this season, and we remember that interview in which he gave. But Julian Alvarez, 86 percentile in terms of his tackle percentage, 1.06 per 90, which is fantastic. But yeah, he's a top player, Reds. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and just have a little look in terms of transfer market as well. As you can see here, you can look at his positional play. Can play off the left, can play off the right, but obviously can play, most importantly, through the middle, really, in terms of 44 appearances for the Argentina national side, scoring 12 goals. And yeah, he's a top player, Reds, and certainly, if he was to come to Liverpool, as we know, River Plate is history. Is River Plate going to Manchester City, and then obviously moving to Atletico Madrid in the summer of obviously August 2024 for a fee in the region of 75 million euros as well. And then obviously added on in terms of the add-ons. But Reds, let us know your thoughts in that regard. I'll get to a couple of your comments as well, and I will quickly, to conclude, I'll go over the article for anyone that is just tuning in again. As I say, Reds, make sure you do check out Sam McGuire's article for all the full extent of the detail as well. Bear 1 second there, just remove that, and we'll go on to the big screen. But welcome, Reds, if you are tuning in this evening. Obviously, yes, you can see the title and very much the thumbnail in regards to Liverpool looking potentially, as Sam McGuire has broken this evening, Darwin Nunez holding a potential massive big advantage for Liverpool Football Club in regards to the potential negotiation of Julian Alvarez coming back to the Premier League as well. So quickly go through a couple of your comments as well. Ashik, hopefully you pronounced that right, mate. Apologies if you haven't. Worry about Kanate. Yeah, Dave was mentioning that already today on his show. Make sure you do tune in. Obviously, check out Dave's show that he done a couple of hours ago. Big decisions, plenty to get stuck into there as well. Big expensive, really depends on that. Yeah, we'll get him, mate. And as we've already seen as well tonight, Reds, in regards, well, not just tonight, but in terms of the last couple of weeks in regards to Liverpool getting contracts over the line, that's one thing you can't question the football club in regards to. It was going to be a big summer in regards to getting the contract sorted. We've got 2 out of the 3 and the other lad doesn't want to stay at Liverpool, and whatever, yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's out of sight now anyway, obviously. Still got a couple of games, but the focus is on Salah, focus on Van Dijk, focus on all the players within the squad that want to be at the football club. And certainly the club, as Arnie's already spoken, numerous interviews already this season, the football club will be getting backed by the infrastructure. Everyone, Julian Ward, obviously, and most importantly, Richard Hughes, will be getting. He's got the 2 big contracts sorted, and then he'll be getting the players over the line. And I tell you, if we can get Julian Alvarez through the door, tell you that would put Liverpool in such a strong position going into next season. And as Ethan's saying, Salah and Alvarez link up, that would be fantastic as well. But as Essex says, it's not worked out for them. But I think for every Liverpool fan, and most importantly, Darwin Nunez as well, there's still monetary value, and we'll go back to Sam McGuire's interview article in a little second as well. But this is where it links in perfectly: is there's still value in Darwin Nunez, maybe not for us, but in terms of the way in which he's viewed around European football as well. Then, yeah, obviously Diego Simeone, as Sam McGuire did allude to, he's massively does rate the Uruguayan striker. So where we don't see value, other clubs in European football do, certainly, because it doesn't just because it doesn't work for Nunez at Liverpool doesn't necessarily mean it won't work for him in La Liga or in Italy, or, but most importantly in terms of Atletico Madrid. I personally think if he went to Atletico Madrid, I think the whole environment would suit him really well, down to a T. It'd settle a lot more quicker than he has in the Premier League. And it's been 2-3 years or whatever, how long it's been at Liverpool, just hasn't really worked. And for all parties, I think that'd bode well for. But yeah, what's big up there, Peter, as well. Why would you want to leave to win the Premier League, mate? To have an opportunity to win the Champions League. For any player that can't have the opportunity of joining Real Madrid, Liverpool presents the best opportunity of winning a Champions League, winning a Premier League as well. And obviously, Julian Alvarez by all accounts, really enjoyed his time in England as well. Obviously, didn't get in the team every single week at Manchester City, but yeah, by all accounts, he was quite settled in England as well. So we'll quickly conclude, really. We'll go, obviously, for anyone just tuning in now as well, we'll go through back to Sam McGuire's exclusive interview for anyone that's just tuned in a bit later anyway. But if you are watching on the repeat, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do drop a like on the video as well. And massive thank you for everyone tuning in. But firstly, we'll get straight back into the article. This coming from an exclusive article from Sam McGuire this evening. He wrote this evening, Anfield Watch now understands that the former Benfica man, Darwin Nunez, could play a massive role in regards to Atletico Madrid moving in for 35 million. Start again. Darwin Nunez could play a pivotal role for Liverpool this summer. Of course, Darwin Nunez was subject, as Sam McGuire did allude to, the move in January from the Saudi Pro League. But that didn't quite work out. Obviously, it was a verbal bid, but the Reds rejected a verbal bid, 70 million. That's what Sam alluded to a couple of months ago. But it's getting reported this evening. Anfield Watch now understands that the former Benfica man could be sold for as little as 35 million. Darwin Nunez this summer. Atletico Madrid, however, are the only team with access to this Darwin Nunez discount rate as well. So it's little tricky deal there for Atletico Madrid as well. But as revealed in March from Sam McGuire, Diego Simeone is a huge fan of the 35 capped international, and Liverpool are huge fans of Julian Alvarez as well. The former Manchester City forward is viewed as someone who could be the perfect fit for Arne Slot. He's the facilitator and a goal scorer. The work rate is there. He's a grafter, and he can play in a variety of roles across the forward line as well. And it goes on to add as well from Sam McGuire's piece this evening, Liverpool are prepared to be flexible with Darwin if it gives them a favourable terms to bring Alvarez back to the Premier League. As shown, Atletico Madrid, as shown with the João Felix and Conor Gallagher last summer, the La Liga club are open to clever negotiating. Alvarez is happy in the Spanish capital, but if there's any club that could tempt him to leave after just 12 months, it certainly would be Liverpool as well. And the final point that Sam alluded to, a big point as well to keep a note as well, the Reds have a free trump cards in regards to Alexis McAllister, Gonzalo Sigrist, and Fernando Triani. Do apologise on some of the pronunciations. Hopefully you got a bit of kind of accurate there, but it's the Argentina striker has a good relationship with the latter two, both South American scouts for Liverpool, whilst to be good friends with his international teammate Alexis McAllister as well. It's believed that the 25-year-old also feels that he has unfinished business in the Premier League, having already been second fiddle to Erling Haaland at Manchester City as well. And the Reds are open to making him their main man in attack, spearheading the forward line for the Merseyside Giants, believing to appeal to Julian Alvarez as well. So Reds, big news this evening. Sam McGuire producing a very good piece this evening. Reds, let us know your thoughts. If you are watching on the repeat as well, if you are watching on Wednesday morning, this is a fascinating story. And if it does come to fruition in a couple of weeks, I think every single Liverpool fan around the world would be very happy. Because you're looking at Isaac, you're looking at Isaac's price north of probably 130, 150 million. Especially if Newcastle don't get European football, their price tag might elevate a bit more. Gyökeres has been linked, Osimhen in recent weeks as well. But Julian Alvarez, certainly, as Sam McGuire speaks in his article this evening, ticks quite a lot of those boxes, really, that would very much facilitate an Arne Slot striker, really. He's very good between the lines, great at holding up the ball, most of the ball, and he's good at putting the ball in the back of the net. And he's already acclimatised to life in the Premier League at his time at Manchester City. But Reds, that was just a quick one. I'll quickly rattle through some of the comments as well. As I said, it's been a very busy show as well. Much appreciated for the great support. If you are watching on Facebook, or if you are watching on X as well, please do head over to the YouTube channel. We are very much growing it as well. Massive thank you to everyone that has jumped over to that and dropped a subscribe as well. If you have enjoyed tonight's episode, make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. But as we always say, make sure you do head over to Sam McGuire's piece as well to get the full entirety, the full scoop as well for all that. But it's looking very positive, Reds. What a player he could be if he was to come into the door in a couple of weeks' time. And let's hope, I'm already excited reading that article tonight. But chats. We don't care about the semi-final of the Champions League. We will next season, chat. We'll be there. There we go. It's better saying Salah's better than Rafinha. You love to see it. But Reds, right. Have a lovely rest of your evening. If you are watching on Tuesday night, look after yourself. Obviously, Dave and all the lads. Plenty of shows coming this week as well. Plenty of Media Matters, transfer shows. Obviously, Trev and Dave this week. I think that's on Thursday. But make sure you do put your bell notification on as well, so you always do get notified when a video does go live. Because as we head into, of course, the big summer of transfers, we've got 2 transfer windows. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. But Reds, look after yourself. Massive thank you for everyone that has tuned in this evening. And let's hope Liverpool can bring in Julian Alvarez. And if Liverpool are to move on Darwin Nunez for 35 million in this deal, I tell you, it'd be one of the best deals in European football that we've seen. Because, it suits all parties for both of those deals as well. But Reds, look after yourself and you'll never walk alone. Do that.